Today we're gonna be reacting to a reaction by Asmond Gold.
What's the reaction about?
That's what we're getting to
Okay.
very slowly, so we bore the piss out of our audience.
Yeah, Twitter's at it again. What's this? Oh, I saw this. Content creators can just not be huge creeps. I don't know. Minors should be banned from social media because I can't control myself around them. Is a hell of an admission to make on live.
Okay, how this started out was Doctor, I think it's Disrespect, which I was never familiar with, but apparently it was a very popular Twitcher. He loved to Twitch.
Oh, Lord.
Well, it was exposed by I don't know who, but someone uh exposed him for talking to a minor and making plans to meet up at a convention. And he was using Twitch to do this. Now, not only that, but he had a contract with Twitch. He was that big of a streamer.
Oh.
He had his own company, which when this came out, they fired him from his own company. He was also set and due to be in video games, his image in video games, which of course they're like, not anymore.
Well, you can't blame them.
No, I don't blame them. I mean, I do find this is quite a delayed thing. Apparently somebody got dirt on him and told him to bow out, maybe. I don't know, but it's a few years ago.
Okay. Well,
But all the same, you don't mess with minors.
yeah, I mean, what's wrong with him?
He was also married and had children.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like it just
Good Lord.
It's getting worse, doesn't it?
Is there more?
Probably, but that's all I have at this moment.
Good. I don't think there should be any more.
So, this Asmond Gold, oh, he's a funny looking man, isn't he? Anyway, this Asmond Gold, he's like, well, maybe minors should not have social media accounts.
Well, I agree. They shouldn't.
Well, they came back with minors should be banned from social media because I can't control myself around them is a hell of an admission to make on a live stream, which is absolutely not what he said.
Wow.
Okay, I understand you say minors shouldn't have social media, and there's going to be a lot of upset minors, and there's a lot of youth worship that goes on these days. They try to pick up on the latest slang, and they're like, and here's my non-binary blah 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 pronouns, and everybody's worshiping the youth, the young people who don't know any better yet.
But they're minors.
So yeah, a lot of people are going to be mad at him for making that statement. He's not the only one that made the statement. I will say more on it, but first I'll play some of this video, or all of it.
Okay.
Live stream. Well, I think this is great to see this because it really goes to show the thing that I've been talking about for a really long time is that for a lot of people on Twitter and on the internet, the optics and the way that an argument sounds is more important to them than what the argument actually is or actually solving the problem.
One moment, please, because this really pissed me off. This absolute rat is trying to farm hate in the most disgusting way imaginable. So you see this picture, right? Where did it come from? Is it a screenshot from the stream? Nope, it comes from Reddit Gaming Circle Jerk, where people for one singular time in their lives were actually...
I can't help it pop in my head. Where did it come from? Where did it go? Cotton Eye Joe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
but in
too.
this, in the context of people coming on the minors, Cotton Eye Joe don't sound all too good.
No.
actually agreeing with Asmond, but this imbecile said, nope, we can't have that, and still farmed an out-of-context hate tweet on old Baldies, even though he literally said the same thing.
Let's take a step back. Let's say she was 19. Is it weird for a 35-year-old man to be messaging a 19-year-old girl like that whenever he...
I have to say something on that. I think it greatly depends on how mature mentally this 19-year-old is. Okay, yeah. that age difference, he said 35 to 19. That's a 16-year age difference. And yeah, that's a hell of a gap, if nothing else, for the way they grew up and what they learned. And, you know, it's a gap. It's a big gap. But if this 19-year-old is mentally mature and it's love and not just some, you know, hookup, I'm okay with it. If she's mentally mature enough and it's not just a hookup.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at it a little different. I mean, what could a 35-year-old possibly have in common with a 19-year-old? I mean,
Well,
because by the time they get to their 50s,
okay, first of all, 35-year-olds aren't what they used to be. A good many of them sit around and play video games and watch anime, which if that's their thing, that's their thing. But the point being is that wasn't the case when we were younger. A 35-year-old was, you know,
yeah,
wholly
yeah,
different
that's true.
than a 19-year-old might be. Now there's a much smaller gap there.
But, you know, I'm looking at it from a physiological point of view. By the time the 35-year-old is 50, the 19-year-old is going to be stuck having to take care of an old person. And they're going to be wanting to go out and experience
don't
life and
think
stuff like that.
I don't. Again, if they settle down with each other and if it's for love and not just a hookup, I
Well,
don't think it will cause too much of a strain as long as it's all genuine.
well,
But okay, let's get back
I
to the
suppose.
context at hand. I have no doubt they were just looking for a hookup. And yeah, that is 1935. Yeah, that's still kind of creepy.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
Okay.
Really?
He's married and has a child. Even if she was above the age, it's still crazy that you're doing this.
I truly hope farming all this engagement hate and have everyone
Yeah, I would never advocate for infidelity.
True.
call Asmond a pedo was worth it for your absolute nightmare blunt rotation of a channel.
So this has 100,000 likes. This is incredible. Wow. Like, for example, I wonder if this person, this individual, I wonder if they think that it's a good idea that children under 13 aren't allowed to be on social media, because they're not. That's against the law. Do you want 11-year-olds on social media? Probably not, right? So then why do you want a 13-year-old on social media? Really sit down and think about what the difference is. There is no benefit to a 14-year-old girl having an Instagram account. And also the whole idea is content creators. You think Doc is the only guy that's ever done this? What are you talking about? Absolutely incredible. Classic. A society, the response is, how can I use this to further oppress women, instead of how can I use this as motivation to teach my sons better? I wonder if you ask this girl, what is the probability that an underage person
Clown
has seen your
tits.
pornography that you've created
How's
and
this shit?
posted on a public platform?
That's all I see that.
What in the
I
world?
see that and I just think clown tits.
What in the world did I just see?
Clown tits, fun bags.
I mean, my God.
Honk, honk,
You expect Fago to come out of them
honk the
things.
nose, honk the left, honk the right. I don't
Good
know.
Lord.
I guess she's a big
wait,
old honky.
was that the 19-year-old?
Uh,
Or was that the person,
I really don't have the context on that.
or was that the person?
I really couldn't tell you.
Oh, okay.
Get past him making funny faces.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't happen quite as much if the websites were read-only and kids weren't able to get on them. It's sad to see people that sell porn on the internet that are advocating for kids to be on the internet. You can't make this shit up. No, you can't, man. Future customers.
Okay, that's the girl who does adult material that got mad at him for saying that minors shouldn't have social media accounts. So she's like, she puts her stuff out there for people, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, you're wrong and you're a pervert and minors should. The minors, that's because the minors are watching Clown Girl.
The thing is she's advocating for pedophilia. That's what she's doing.
In a non-direct way, yeah.
I mean, she's saying it without saying it. Because if she thinks minors should be allowed on the internet to view adult content and all that stuff, that's exactly what she's doing, and she
Well,
should be
like
ashamed
I
of
said, in a
herself.
non-direct way. I mean, her argument is they should have a social media account, but the end result is they're watching people like her. Okay, well, there are sure people should have their freedom, but the internet is a very adult place, and there should be more deterrence for the youth. They shouldn't be given, like, say, an Instagram account or whatever, where they can go, they're putting up pictures and they're getting a lot of likes, and I want a lot of likes, so I'm gonna put up a picture, and then, you know, it's almost like oh, the word escapes me, but it's like, oh yeah, oh, here's the word, grooming. It's almost a slow form of grooming, uh often sexual, but sometimes just grooming them to want to be internet stars. And you know, it's like more likes and more this and that means something to me, and it kind of ruins them, because these internet drenched youth become adults, like
Yeah,
Clown Girl.
yeah.
And you know, and then they start selling themselves on the internet, whether it be sexual or otherwise. Okay, well, you might look at me and go, well, you're doing that. Well, first of all, no one's giving me anything.
That's the
I
truth.
do this out of boredom, hobby, the
Yeah,
pastime.
yeah,
And secondly, I'm sure not selling my body
true.
and wearing a clown nose and pink hair. And
Well, you know, the thing is the internet, the kids get on the internet and they see all this stuff and they want to be like these people and they think that's the way to be.
I also try to have anything I say to have somewhat of of substance behind it,
Yeah.
not just hollow. I'm in clown stuff with my tits hanging out, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, any final thoughts on this?
Well, I mean, also I think this kind of thing has a lot to do with the parents, you know, because the parents are so darn busy having to work and provide for their families, they don't have time to sit there and watch
Yeah,
what their
the
children do on the
internet
internet.
should not be their nanny.
No, it
And
shouldn't.
if it is in a state where the internet is the nanny, there should be more restrictions, not to, you know, completely block the freedoms, but to deter them from thinking this kind of a behavior is the way to go.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there
For some
has to
people,
be.
it might be the way to go, but that doesn't mean for everybody. And of course, kids that are gonna like, you know, as an analogy, kids are gonna like the candy.
Yeah, well, they see like this, I guess it's a girl here, you know, and they want to be like her because they think she's an anime. Well, thank you for watching, everybody. We hope you enjoyed our video, and remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.
And we're out.